I'm Uncle Ted, your ice cream alchemist with ice cream every day, and this is something wonderful. This is cranberry-orange ice cream. It's that time of year, folks. Cranberries are in season, oranges are in season, and I've got something wonderful. So let's go ahead and get started here. First, we're going to go ahead and get the zest off the oranges. Now, I don't have a zester, so what I'm going to do is take the sharpest knife I have and shave it as thin as I can. It's going to have some pith. Now, the pith is the white stuff that's on the zest, and you're going to have some of that on there, but that's okay. My knife is very sharp, and I am going to shave that off. One of the things that I dearly love about this time of year is that oranges are in season, and so we get some marvelous citrus here in the Midwest. And so with these oranges, they're incredibly juicy, and I am going to need the juices of these oranges. So after I get the zest off, and after I use my fillet knife to get as much of the pith off as I can, I'm going to juice both of these oranges. For this recipe, I'm using 2 bags of cranberries, so I'm going to need 2 oranges. And once I get all the zest off these oranges and I get as much of the pith off as I possibly can, because the pith makes it bitter, once I get all that pith off, then I'm going to cut the orange zest into julienne pieces and just chop it up as fine as I can. Granted, this is all going to go in the blender after it's cooked in, but by chopping it up fine, I get as much of the oils off as I possibly can. And this orange is really going to come out in this ice cream. It's wonderful, almost a marmalade flavor. The other great thing about this time of year is that cranberries are in season, and I love the fact that I'm in Wisconsin that produces a lot of the cranberries that make it to supermarkets, and so I'm able to exclusively use Wisconsin cranberries. So I've got a couple different packages here from a couple different producers, but it's all Wisconsin. And so the packages are 12-ounce packages. I've got 2 of them. I'm going to use both, and when I add those to my pan, I'm going to add half a cup of sugar per package. So I got 1 cup of sugar in there, and then I go ahead and get my orange juice that I squeezed out of the 2 oranges I just zested, along with that zest. And one of the things I dearly love about working with cranberries is that they're just so beautiful. Cranberries are just so colorful, and that's probably another reason why they're so popular this time of year is because of the color. But this is one of the more colorful ice creams that I've made, and I dearly love just how the pictures look, how the still pictures look of the cranberries and the orange zest put together, and it just makes for some beautiful pictures. Once I get these in the pan, I am going to heat these low and slow. It's going to take about an hour, and I don't want to burn, I don't want to boil, I just want to slowly heat this stuff up. Once it's all cooked through and everything's soft, and you'll hear all the popping stop from the berries popping, but then you just put it in the blender. We're going to puree this, and we're going to make sure that we've got everything broken down as much as we can so that it's a nice smooth puree. And let me tell you, this puree you can do with a lot of stuff. You don't have to just make ice cream with it. It's gorgeous to use on top of a cheesecake. Really, whatever you want to do. There's a lot you can do with it. And so after I get that done, pureed, then I'm going to put that in the fridge, covered up, and let that chill. And it is going to be ready to go the next day. Now for the dairy part, you guys have seen me do this plenty of times. It's the same thing I've always been doing. 2 cups of heavy cream, 1 cup of whole milk, 3/4 of a cup of sugar, half a cup of non-fat dry milk, 1 teaspoon of the dry powdered vanilla, and then I use 1/8 of a teaspoon of guar gum. And once I get that heated up thoroughly, then it's good to go. We don't really need to cook this as much as we just need to heat it up until just before boiling, because we want to get that raw flavor out and we want to make sure all the ingredients are fully incorporated. Once that's done, we're going to take it off the heat. We're going to go ahead and put that in a bowl and scrape off the sides, make sure you get all the good stuff. Then we're going to add 2 cups of our cranberry-orange puree. Once we get those 2 cups in there, then we're going to go ahead and whisk it real well. And once we get it whisked and incorporated, it looks gorgeous. It's got great color to it. Then we're going to go ahead and put plastic wrap on the top. We're going to make sure that the plastic wrap actually touches the top so that when we put it in the fridge overnight, a skin doesn't form. once we make sure that we've got the plastic on the ice cream base, and we're going to make sure that no air is touching, so the skin doesn't form in the refrigerator. We're going to put that in the fridge overnight to let it completely chill, and then the next day we're going to put that in our ice cream maker according to the manufacturer's instructions. I love my Cuisinart, and it's so easy to use, folks. If you're going to make ice cream, get yourself a little Cuisinart. These things are affordable and they're easy to use. Now, this ice cream looks amazing, it tastes amazing, and I am so proud of it. And really, I hope that you guys get a chance to make it yourself, because it's really easy to make and it's a wonderful holiday ice cream flavor. Now, remember what I always said, if you're not eating ice cream for breakfast, what's the point of being an adult? Folks, I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing the links, and thank you for your kind comments. It means a great deal to me that all the support that you give me. Thank you.